Fine. 333 on my clock over here as I'm pulling out of apartment complex. How y'all doing? I was checking in a little bit with y'all. Checking in, seeing how y'all feeling, how y'all doing. It's winter. This is definitely the time for depression be at an all-time high during the winter because it's cold, it's bleak outside, the sun comes out, but it's not the same. Especially when it starts to snow, I feel like you can't really go nowhere or do nothing. So I just want to check in and see how y'all feeling. Let me know down in the comments below. This message today is more of a more personal. Because this is something that I've been battling with all of my life, and it's something that even though I've been healing and I've been working on myself and I've been working on my thought processes and things of that nature, I still struggle with it. It's okay to be different, guys. It's really okay to be different. It's okay that you don't get along with a lot of people. And when I say get along, I don't mean like you always are, like there's always hostility with other people, because that's not necessarily the case. It's just that you just don't click or resonate with people. Like, you walk into a room and people instantly start they're like they start doing all these weird faces, and they don't really want to talk to you. They're kind of standoffish sometimes with you, and sometimes they'll even exclude you from things. Like, you'll be like, what's going on? And especially in like work settings and friend groups, like, it's okay to be different than those people. And I mean, I've been talking about this a lot, but it's like I'm dealing with this in terms of like at my job, and I'm like, and I don't know why the other night I was thinking to myself, like is it me, or like I was like, what's the issue? And I was like, there is no issue, especially when it comes down to women. Like, women, for whatever reason, are always in competition with one another. A lot of women, not all, but a lot of women are often in competition with one another. A lot of women compare themselves to other women. Racism, classism, all of those things, those intersectionalities, they definitely play a role in, the way that people perceive us. Watch my last message about, you can't change their perception of you. Like, you can't change people's perception. Like, you could be doing everything correct, you could be doing everything right, and people will still find some reason to dislike you. And I just need you all to understand that it's okay to not be interested in the things that these people are interested in. Like, especially when you begin your spiritual awakening, one of the first things that really starts to happen, I think, for most of us, let me know in the comments below if this was something that you experienced in the beginning of your awakening process. The same stuff just doesn't resonate with you anymore. And I mean, like, people, conversations, certain lifestyle things that you were doing. Like, I used to smoke all the time. I used to smoke almost every day, if not every day, prior to becoming a mom. And then, as much as I couldn't smoke like 24/7 or anything like that after I stopped breastfeeding. But, I definitely went back to smoking after I was done breastfeeding. And that was just something that it helped me cope with situations. It helped me a lot. And during part of my awakening process, Spirit pretty much told me, like, you really don't need this shit. And I was like, but I do. But I don't anymore. And like, my partner, he smokes, and that was something that we used to do together. But, it's just something I don't care to do anymore. And it's okay. Like, people, if when you start having interest in certain things, the people around you who are supposed to be there to love you and support you, if they truly love and support you, they will understand when you start to change, because all that is just you growing. Like, we grow out of things. Just like as kids, we just, you stop doing certain things. You stop liking Barbie dolls as much. You stop playing with action figures. You stop wanting to do certain things, go outside and play on the playground. You stop wanting to do certain things, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But as an adult, I think a lot of us deal with a lot of people who are stagnant in their growth. We deal with a lot of people who are emotionally immature, and they've been doing the same things that they've been doing for 20, 30, 40 years. And then they see somebody like you who may be younger than them and maybe not. But then they see that you're doing stuff differently. They see that you take your life a little bit more seriously, that you got, you really love yourself. That's really part of the difference that a lot of people can't stand about you, that you actually like yourself. Because there's a lot of people out here who have a lot of self-hate. They talk to themselves negatively day in and day out. They really, really, really don't like themselves. And when they see someone who's confident, who doesn't feel the need to be in people's faces, they don't feel the need to be liked by everyone, they don't need outside validation, that's intimidating to some people. And that pisses some people off, because you become a mirror to people, and they think to themselves like, well, how did this person get so much confidence? This is when people start really making up weird stories in their head about who you are as a person. That's when people like you, the majority of the people who come in contact with my content, you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot, and you don't look like what you've been through. And a lot of people, if they found out what it is that you actually have been through, they would hate you more. They would hate you more, because they'd be like, because like I told y'all, like people will go through a lot less than the things that you've had to endure, and they don't come out on the other side of it the way that you have. People will be people crumble over small things, small inconveniences in their life, or just small changes, and some people can't handle it. Let one of these people who likes to ostracize you out of the group and stuff like that, let one of them get ostracized out of their little social group. A lot of these people want to know how to deal with that. That's why there are people who will stalk you or be trying to keep tabs on you and watch you, because they just don't understand you. I told y'all, I've been telling y'all go watch some of my last videos. Like, people real life making all these fake pages, lurking on y'all pages, trying to see what the hell is going on, what y'all up to. Why? Because they do not understand how you're still standing. You are different. You are just different. And you gotta really tell yourself that, like, I am different. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I know that people say, oh, everyone's unique. And actually, really, no. A lot of people want to be like everyone else. They want to be a part of the in crowd. They want to do the trendy things. They want to be, like, they want to be like everyone else. They want to buy the clothes that all the celebrities are buying. And, just like I was telling y'all, like, some months back over the summer, when I was telling y'all about the Labubus. Like, I had no idea that the Labubus thing was as big as it was until I saw a couple of people that I watched talking about it. And I was like, damn, people going crazy over these dolls. And I was like, it's like the Beanie Babies and the Cabbage Patch Kids and all over again. The way that people used to go crazy over them shits. Like, I was like, people spending $200, $300, $400, $500 for a Labubu? South Park made a whole episode on it. I was like, damn. And that's what I'm talking about. There were people before Labubus became a big thing that were collecting them because they liked them. And now they got a battle with people, the prices of them going up because they're in higher demand. It's stuff like that that's so annoying. But like I said, people want to be like everyone else. They see something trending and now all of a sudden, oh, well, I have to have it. Because even like, my partner's stepmom, she has a Labubu or two. And I was just like, and she's about to be 70. And I love her or whatever, but I'm just like, damn, like, Ma, why do you need Labubus? Why do you need these? Because everybody else got them? It's really not that serious. It's really not. And people want to make you believe that you need all these things in order to be happy. You got to be doing the same things that everybody else is doing in order to be happy. But look at these people. Are they happy though? Are they happy? People will be mad at you because you're happy over small things. You be like, well, I ate today and I was able to go work out and I drank some water and I feel good. I got some good sleep, you know? Because you sleep. I know somebody can resonate with this. You sleep so much better when you're not a part of drama. You sleep so much better when you're not intertwined with people's bullshit. And it feels so good. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. I used to stay up at night worrying about, like, how can I make people like me, and like, oh, how should I, like, I used to lose sleep at night trying to figure out how to approach situations with people who I knew had, issues with me, and I'm just like, but I just want to help and make this better and blah, 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 blah. Now that I don't give a fuck about fixing people and trying to fix toxic situations and toxic environments and toxic people, I sleep so much better at night. And there are people who are mad at you because of that. There are a lot of people who want you, they want you losing sleep at night. If anyone, if you've ever dealt with gang stalking, you'll know that gang stalkers will use, like, noise campaigns against you. I can't even get into that in this video because some of the noise campaign shit is crazy. Using noise campaigns against you to disrupt your sleep. Car alarms going off randomly at the same time every night. People slamming their doors. They want your nervous system to be all out of whack. And when you find peace within chaos, ooh, you's a bad motherfucker. And them people cannot stand that. They are afraid of you. They are afraid of you, honey. I promise you, okay? But it's okay to be different. And honestly, we need different. We need people to be different out here. We need you to be different. We need you to be different. There are too many people in this world trying to be like everyone else. Y'all remember when everybody was trying to be an Instagram model? Shit like that. When, just all those little trends, everybody always trying to do the same thing everybody else is doing. And that shit don't last. It doesn't last. When you're chasing things that everyone else is doing, you're trying to do the same thing and you're trying to be a part of this crowd, it never lasts. And then it's just more people trying to hop on different trends and different trains. And then where does that get you? Where does that get you? It doesn't get you anywhere. Not for long. And you're probably not even going to be happy. Most of them people not. Look at how they be chasing the same shit over and over and over again. And they be mad at you because you're just like, I'm cool with what I got. I'm happy with the little bit that I have. Especially, coming from a standpoint of losing everything this year. Like, I just kind of had that conversation with my partner about that. Like, the situation and how I had lost everything. And told him, like, the money that I needed, or the money that I had coming in, didn't get there in enough time, and I had no choice. I had to let everything go. I had no choice. I literally had no choice. I had to leave everything behind. My books, my Pop Funko collection, my purse collection, everything. I took what I could carry with me on my person. I had a stroller at the time. She was with him, so I took my stroller, filled up a duffel bag with what I could take at the time, and I left. And that's all I had with me. And in the process of losing everything and dealing with homelessness this year and dealing with, not having money, living in my car, like, so much happened all at the same time in such a short amount of time too. And, coming out of that, and just, like, the fact that I'm in my car right now on my way to work, regardless of how anybody feels about the type of job that I do, regardless of, how much money I'm making or whatever, which I make decent money, I'm not gonna lie. I make pretty good money. I got paid today. So it's like, I'm doing, it's really a 180 from where I was at the beginning of the year. Mentally, emotionally, financially, physically. And I guess what I'm really trying to say to people is like I know in my last message I cried at the end, but like stuff does get better at the end of the day. It can't rain forever. Things do get better. I'm not saying that everything will be perfect. I'm not saying that you're not going to deal with challenges. I'm not saying that you're not going to deal with anxiety anymore and all that's going to go away, because that's just not realistic. That's just, you just learn how to deal with it better. You learn to respond to it differently. You don't let it overtake you. You don't let it keep you all day bound up. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Oh my God, I can't do this. And you're not going to be like that no more. Yeah, you're going to feel anxiety. Yeah, you're going to be scared. Yeah, stuff is going to, sneak up on you and make you rethink everything that you've been doing. But you got this. And because you're different, because you see things differently, because you have discernment, because you're intuitive, however it is you're intuitive, if you're, if you got the clairs, or if you're a reader or whatever, and that's how you get your confirmation, or through prayer or meditation, however it is you get your confirmation, because you're doing that and you have connection with the Most High, you have connection with the universe, with Source, you're already in a totally different playing field. Because there's a lot of people who claim they believe in God, but they don't. They really don't. A lot of people will go to church every single Sunday, hoop and holla and all this other shit, and they are the furthest thing from God. The furthest thing from God. And people will be jealous and mad that you have a real relationship with the Most High, and that He protects you, and that He would never let someone lay their dirty ass hands on you. Now, I know sometimes that feels hard to believe, because you're like, but what about all the trials and tribulations I've been going through? I get that, but did you make it out of it though? Because I had to ask myself that, because I was looking back at like when I was living in my car. And it's like, there were some situations where it was like, I wasn't supposed to make it out of that situation. Was a couple of people that I had encountered with. Like, there are certain people that I met that didn't have any good intentions for me. And I was not supposed to make it out of that. But I did. And I'm here today. Throughout that entire thing, I was not supposed to make it out of that. I was supposed to be on the streets right now. Or in a mental hospital. That's where I was supposed to be at. Nobody had any intention on me being here today, making it this far. Nobody. This wasn't supposed to. This was not a part of somebody's plan for me. And it sucks to be them. It sucks to be them people who was putting them word curses on you, because, well, they got to go somewhere. And like I told y'all before, you don't even have to do return to senders. A lot of times you don't have to. I mean, you can if you want to, but a lot of times you don't even have to do return to senders, because that shit bounce off of you regardless, because you don't receive it regardless, because you're like, no, that's not me. When you know who you are, them people, whatever them people think about you, not gonna stick. It's just not. But I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Keep being different. Keep being you. Stay prayed up. Keep loving on yourself. It's your girl K Divine, and I'll see you later. Bye.